We Are Wrestling. We Are Wrestling.
Don, D-O-N?
Dick, got it.
Make sure to subscribe, baby.
We are wrestling.
What is up? We are wrestling maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host, the best one, Donnie, here with...
What is going on, everybody? Danny Huckins here, man. 1/3 of We Are Wrestling. And look who the fuck we got back, man, after a little small hiatus.
The Asian sensation. Another third of We Are Wrestling. Ben, how you guys doing today? We got some pretty great coverage coming towards you guys with the ultimate topic of what we got going on, super heavyweights. So, what's on the plate today, Don?
That's right. This week on the We Are Wrestling Talk Show, we are going to be talking about the super heavyweights, some of the best big men in the business. But before we get into that, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications, videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course, you already know, the grind is real.
I fucking
And what
love
do you
this
guys think
intro
about
so
the
much.
new intro for the talk show?
I really won. I do want to speak on behalf that I really do love it, but I hate the fact that you use my fucking John Cena impersonation, you piece of shit. I really
I
do.
knew you would love it.
But I always love starting off the We Are Wrestling show with that, with like the first, opening remarks and all that shit. It's so good. It's so good. I never get tired of it. I really don't. I just want to put that out there.
Can you guys believe this is technically episode 23? Holy shit.
Holy shit,
Michael
really?
Jordan, baby.
Damn.
Number
this is our
23.
This is our Jordan episode, bro. Let's go. Super heavyweights. We're talking about the big boy, so it kind of makes sense.
That is right. And, of course, I gotta ask you guys, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Dun.
So, let's get into the super heavyweights this week. How do you guys want to start this off?
We can definitely
we
start off with
I think we
discussing
should
some of our
let
favorites.
I think we should let Ben start off this episode. Since the last two episodes technically was me and you, Don, I think we should let Ben take the reins on this and start this episode.
You're
off.
so see. Look at that. He's such a sweet child. Sometimes he's a child of God, a follower of Christ. He subscribes to the Bible, the Holy Bible online. Anyways, I just want to say thank you, Dan. But I kind of want to talk about some of our favorites, like some of our favorite super heavyweights. And I'll start with mine, honestly, because this one will kind of come out of nowhere, but then again, it'll kind of make sense. I really, really fucking liked Umaga. I really liked Umaga a lot, man. Just because like he was another resurged superstar that got some tweaking and obviously re-debuted in the WWE and all that as a powerful force known as the Samoan Bulldozer. And
yeah, wasn't he a part of 3-minute warning before becoming Umaga?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that was with Rosie, his brother, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
R.I.P.
Gotcha. Yeah, R.I.P. to Rosie and Umaga, the late great Umaga. The Umaga gimmick was absolutely incredible because they really did. He was one of the super heavyweights that I felt like they utilized perfectly. Like they went with an idea, they had a vision. He had a great mouthpiece in Armando Estrada. Like he gave me a lot of. I don't know if you guys ever played the game Far Cry 3, but he gives me a lot of Vas Montenegro vibes. And he's like kind of like unhinged, and he's got like the very like he's a mercenary, and he's dressed very rough, but he has that same almost just charm that Voss has. He's kind of like
who he
unhinged.
reminds me of?
What's up?
He reminds me of like one of the gangsters from like Vice City.
That's what I'm talking
the
about.
Voss.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like he has that very just that charm to him, and I loved that mouthpiece on Umaga. Like that sold it for me entirely because it almost felt like a circus showman showing his freak. Like it's awesome, dude.
Shit was gonna go down the minute he took out that cigar and he fucking broke it in half.
Dude, what made it even better for Umaga, and again, it also fits tone with the character, is the theme song. Like it was just Samoan, just war tribal music, dude, and it fit the Samoan bulldozer like aesthetic that they were going for, and they made him a fucking powerhouse. Like with his Samoan drops were one of the best executed Samoan drops, and the fucking Samoan spike on top of it, unmatched, dude. Like he definitely had a lot of the wild Samoan vibe going on, but he also had his own tank character. And I fucking loved it. And I loved when they made him absolutely destructive and he made people beat him, he fucking put them over. And that was like he made it prestigious, almost like the Master Lock Challenge, you know?
Bro,
Yeah, because here.
I love the match with Jeff Hardy, man.
Absolutely.
Jeff Hardy jumped off the truck and did the swanton.
Oh, at Extreme Rules or one night stand. I think that was the last one night stand.
I think it was.
called
No, it wasn't.
That was like
one-night
around the
stand. I
time
think
they're
it was Extreme Rules.
transitioning it from one
Yeah.
night stand to Extreme Rules.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
All right, that makes sense. Even though
So
fucking
with
ECW was part of
Umaga,
it.
here's what I want to say about Umaga. The way that they built Umaga was incredible. I believe he debuted after, I want to say, WrestleMania 22. It was in
Yes.
2006.
Yep.
That's when they had him come into WWE.
Yes.
And he had this undefeated streak, I believe, going all the way
Incredible.
until he wrestled John Cena for the WWE Championship in, I believe,
That is criminal,
beginning
man.
of 2017. And 2007. I apologize for that. But here's the thing. I think
He
the
should've
way
gotten a
they
world title.
built him, he was a dominant force, and it was around the Ruthless Aggression era, and
Mhm.
they were
Just leading
lacking around 2006, 2007. They were starting to lack some heels
Mhm.
because of the injuries that were happening around the time. I think
was
Randy
another
Orton
summer of
messed up his
injuries.
collarbone.
Yeah,
I
he
think,
he had a he
other
either
wrestlers got hurt.
yeah
So
he
for
had
Umaga
broken
to
his
come in, that was
collarbone.
great.
He broke his collarbone, I believe, in 05, and then he came back and it broke again when he fucking got into his motorcycle accident.
Yep. But Umaga filled that gap in during that
Mhm.
time, and the man could
It
work
was beautiful, my dude,
and different,
and absolutely different.
old school.
I like the Umaga gimmick a lot, but I also liked him when he was a part of 3-Minute Warning or whatever. You know, they
Mhm.
were kind of like the super heavyweight version of the Usos. Now that I really think about it,
Yeah, and dude,
Pretty much.
some of Samoa has produced some of the best wrestlers, even if they are one family. You know,
yeah.
like even if they're one family, they've produced some of the best wrestlers. Period. And Umaga is definitely on the super top of the super heavyweight list when it comes to some of my favorites. So, what are some of you guys' favorites?
Oh man,
Yeah, I'll let Danny take this one.
Yeah, it's gonna take the most time, so we'll let Dan fucking figure this one out.
probably
Because
Keith Lee, like from
dude,
newer guys.
man,
Keith
good
Lee.
one.
Yep,
That is
that
a
works.
fantastic choice, bro.
He's
That
a
is a
super
fantastic.
heavyweight. There you go. Look
Yeah,
at it.
so,
You
look at
going
that.
into this episode, you were thinking that it was going to be Big Show and Omos. That's the only two people you could have thought of.
Exactly,
Yeah.
dude.
But look at that. Now you're thinking outside the box. I'm so proud of you.
So what about Keith Lee, man? Let's weigh in on it.
I love the fact that he's a big man and there's things that he can do that he shouldn't be able to do. You know, leapfrogs over the top rope. I think he tried a swanton at one point. Like the dude has more athleticism in his pinky than most people have in their entire fucking bodies. Like the dude, he just does stuff that amazes me every single time.
I didn't even get it. Yeah. Dude, Keith
And
Lee is absolutely ridiculous. Like I'm still reeling in from that absolute just ridiculous just toss from AEW
Now, I
in his
want you-
first match.
I want you both to weigh in on this, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys remember it, but remember when Keith Lee was in the Survivor Series match, and the
Yes.
last two people was Roman Reigns and Keith Lee. Bro, he almost powerbombed
Yes.
Roman Reigns to the fucking ring.
Over
Yup.
as fuck.
Dude, the crowd was feeling it that night, dude. Everybody was on fire for Keith Lee, dude.
And that was the problem with that when it comes to booking. They did not pick up the momentum after that Survivor Series. That's when he should have been called up to the main roster because he was ready. And
Bro,
then
could
they
you
waited
imagine-
too long. They kept him in NXT doing bullshit matches that we've already
I
seen.
do like
and then they ruined it.
I did like that he was a dual champion for a while though. If anybody deserved that,
You
it
know
was
he's
Keith
the
Lee.
only
Yes,
person in
he
NXT
did,
to
but
ever
at the
be
Survivor
NXT
Series, with the
champion and North
momentum he
American
had-
champion at the same time.
They
Yes.
should have pulled the trigger
I
right
do know
there.
that, Dan, and he absolutely is deserving. I agree with you too, Don, but I do agree with you, Dan, when it comes to being his history and his accolade there with being dual champion, being the only one to be North American and NXT
The
World
only
Heavyweight,
one
so.
to ever be in NXT to have both championships at the same time.
Okay, but
And that was a
here's
miraculous picture,
here's
too.
my defense against that.
They should have Keith Lee feuding against Roman Reigns, man. They should have
After
had
that,
that
what did he
momentum
do in
after that Survivor
WWE?
Series. Well, that's not his fault.
I'm just saying this now.
Exactly. He should have feuded with Roman after Survivor Series. That's when he should have been called up to the main roster.
Yeah, I'm going to say this now. If he ever does return back to WWE, I would want him to come back chiseled. Like, I'd want him to, like, shed the excess weight and see what's under all that shit, because I would love to see, like, a fucking world champion Keith Lee.
I wouldn't mind
And
that
that's the
either,
only way
but
it's going to happen in WWE.
I
with
feel
Vince.
I feel like Keith Lee's whole look, that's just Keith Lee being Keith Lee. That's who Keith Lee is. You know
it doesn't,
what I mean?
and I'm going to be honest with you, and this could be a very hot take, and this could be, you know, a very bold opinion. He's gotten a lot bigger, dude, and it doesn't look healthy. Like, he's gotten a lot bigger. Like, he's starting to hang over his trunks a lot more. Like, I get it's, you know, bulking and, you know, tanking up and shit. But he already had a heart issue going on. And being that big, running around doing the shit that he does, like, he's gonna want to shed some of that, dude. Like, he's gonna want to, if he's gonna, like, function long-term outside of the business as well. Because, again, he is a big guy doing big shit.
It's okay. And here's the thing. In the
I
wrestling
don't want him to,
business,
you know,
it's okay to be big, but to a certain extent. And
I don't
think
mind
with
if it
Keith
looks
Lee,
great.
the shape he was in WWE was perfectly fine.
Yes.
I think. But yes, with AEW, I have noticed a little bit as well.
He's gotten
that
bigger.
He does definitely need to shed a little bit of weight. But that's the difference between professional wrestling and sports entertainment.
Absolutely.
In sports entertainment, look what Walter had to do.
I feel like
he had to shed that weight, and
he
now
looks
look
great.
at it. He's killing it as Gunther.
Dude. Killing
I
it,
feel
dude.
like did you guys hear it?
He ate Walter up.
It's gonna be Gunther versus Shinsuke for the Intercontinental Championship.
Really? I'm interested in that match.
That's a good match. There we go.
The architect of the fucking strike style versus your typical just fucking Austrian brute. Yeah, I'm with it. A Japanese strike style versus an Austrian brute. Let's go.
But when it comes to Keith Lee's weight, and I feel now you guys can
I'm not saying
weigh in on this. I feel like it's part of the schedule, because in WWE he would work 4 or 5 nights a week. In AEW he works once a week. You know what I mean? So,
but that gives him more time to shed the weight, man. Yeah. I'm not saying, and I want to just keep this $150 and keep it straight. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he's getting fat by any means. I'm just saying he's getting too damn big, and that is going to cause a lot of cardiovascular issues if he's going to continue to do the flying around shit he does. And I've also noticed where his first match was borderline flawless and it put him the fuck over. There was a lot of moments.
Isaiah Cassidy into the 5th row.
Yeah, no, I saw. But where there was some spots where I noticed that his weight was working against him. Like when he usually was able in WWE to fly over the rope and splash somebody, he basically just leaped over and just dropped himself. Like, he's too fucking big, And I just don't want it to get to a point where he's another Mr. Perfect and has a heart attack because he's just too fucking big. But I know that Mr. Perfect also abused a lot of shit. But big guys have a lot of cardiovascular issues when they're doing a lot of the agile shit you see cruiserweights doing.
I'm all for him losing weight. I just can't see him being in this kind of shape that Wardlow is in.
This might be a hot take, and this has nothing to do with his weight.
Yeah.
Besides his debut in AEW, what the hell has he done that's been impressive?
He went to a brand that is overpopulated.
What? Tag team with Swerve Strickland because they don't have time for both of them as singles competitors on TV.
Yeah, because they're overpopulated, bro. AEW has too much talent, dude. Tony Khan's way in over his fucking head. Way over his head.
I love it, and I would not...
I'm sorry to say this, but with WWE, I think,
they need people. AEW got too many fucking people.
And here's the thing, you know me. I call the bullshit out on both sides.
That's because Tony Khan doesn't want to fire anybody.
And I think what happened was, WWE, they wanted Keith Lee to do what Walter did. And Keith Lee did not want to do that. He didn't want to put in the work to become a champion. He didn't want to, test himself.
They also started calling him Bearcat Keith Lee.
Instead, they released him. He went over to AEW, and look at what he's doing now compared to freaking Walter, who shed the weight put in the work,
And
and
now he's
now
already
he is
getting
the Intercontinental
championships.
champion, and that man's got a bright future if he keeps putting in the work.
I feel like they
The
teased
thing-
Walter versus John Cena, by the way, for the Intercontinental title. I feel like they teased that, especially when he said that no American was ever going to fucking hold the title again, and that's the only fucking title that Cena does not have to become a Grand Slam champion.
Do
And he said
not
it's not going
get
to be
me.
just
Do
one
not
match.
get me wrong. I love Keith Lee,
Yeah.
but he hasn't really done anything in AEW to make me
No,
be
he
a
hasn't.
fan right now.
He got lost in the shuffle.
I
I
loved
will
what he
say-
did in WWE with
I did
I
too.
will
NXT
say,
Same.
and Survivor Series.
as far as I know, from what Keith Lee has stated publicly, WWE did not want him to be doing the agile moves that he was known for. They want him to wrestle a very big, kind of like Big Show. They didn't want him
I wouldn't
doing
say Big
fucking
Show. I would say Mark Henry.
They didn't want
Yeah.
him fucking flying over the top rope. They didn't want him fucking moving fast. They wanted him to work a very slow, methodical kind of pace, and he didn't want to do that. They
I can
changed his name
understand.
to Bearcat Keith Lee. They gave him a fucking singlet.
They gave him a singlet, and they also gave him a fucking skirt at first, too.
Yeah, they did not. I mean, look at what they did to fucking Karrion Kross. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Yeah.
it's not Karrion Kross. It's fucking Killer Kross. Get it right. Put some
Yeah.
respect on that fucking dude's name. Just real quick. But yes, no, Killer Kross has gotten like ridiculously huge too. Like, and to see him in the fucking ring with fucking Parker Bordeaux is incredible.
MLW, man, they're getting
Yo,
some people now.
Can we just talk about that fucking that picture I sent to you guys? Then I was like, yo, go ahead, pick up the soap.
Parker
He's just
Bordeaux,
fucking
isn't he
staring
a
at him.
fucking super heavyweight? So this technically does in line with the
Yeah.
We can talk about Harlan too, man, because Harlan was
So
technically.
for me now, my favorite super
go.
heavyweight.
Let's go.
Oh man, there's a lot of big guys in the business that I
But you
like.
can only nail it down to one this time, bitch.
I gotta nail it down to one,
Yep.
just one.
Who's taking the cake?
And you know who I'm gonna have to go with?
Who?
This one is gonna might shock you a little bit.
I'm in.
I gotta
I'm
go
down
with
for a
Bam
shock.
Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam Bigelow. That's actually not a shocker. Like that's actually I can actually see that. I can see that.
I felt like he was like the first like big man to
Yeah.
like move, and I feel like if it
To
wasn't
move?
for a guy like Bam Bam Bigelow, we wouldn't have Keith Lee and like we wouldn't have these other bigger guys doing what they do. Samoa Joe especially.
Yeah, dude. Bam Bam Bigelow set the tone for a lot of the agile superweights, and he also had the brash attitude that also backed it up. So to have
The
Bam Bam
freaking
Bigelow in
the
the fold,
tattoo on the head.
dude, I'm saying it, man. Like to have Bam Bam Bigelow a part of the fold is probably one of the smartest things that I've actually heard. So kudos for that favorite. That is a very out of the box one.
Man,
have to give it to you, bro.
because as a kid, I would go to Hollywood Home Videos and Blockbuster. I would rent out these 90s.
Right down the street, my guy.
And I friggin' remember watching his match with Lawrence Taylor at
Yeah, dude.
WrestleMania 11. That was the main event.
I remember I bought fucking Armageddon.
And I loved it because
I
a guy
bought-
like him got the opportunity to main event WrestleMania.
Yeah, dude, I bought Armageddon fucking 2006 and Judgment Day 2006 on DVD from fucking Super Kmart at in Palmer. Super
They still
Kmart
have
in
that
Palmer.
sign up too.
Yeah, even though that shit's been gone for fucking well over a year now.
Years.
Couple
Almost
years.
like 10 years now.
Mm-hmm. It's nuts, bro.
So, here's another thing I think we definitely should talk about.
Let's go.
David
Yeah.
versus Goliath.
Oh, some like dream matches of big guys versus small guys.
Yes.
Ooh, fucking okay, nice, spicy.
David versus Goliath.
Okay, after that, I have another
Don't ask
angle.
me how I came up with that.
After this angle, we're gonna go dream matches, Giants versus Giants. The dream matches we can't see today. Who we would have loved to see after this. So for David and Goliath matches, I would love. Fuck. Damn. You really
I would
started
have.
this.
I would have loved to see Matt Riddle versus Kane, but Kane from like 97, 98.
I would have taken Kane from 2011 because Kane from 2011 was fucking ripped with his mask and shit. He was ripped when it was fucking Team Hell No. He was fucking gunned again, bro. He was
Yeah,
almost as
but
big as he
Team
was
Hell
in
No
fucking
is
90s.
2013.
Well, 2013 regardless.
2012.
Kane was
He
a
was
fucking
almost as
monster
big-
in 98.
Bro, he was almost arm-wise, he was almost as big as he was in fucking 98, but he was fucking like cut in 2013, dude. I was genuinely surprised, especially for his age. I was surprised. So, yeah, I'll go with that, man. Fucking Matt Riddle versus Kane 98, dude. Fuck yeah.
Whoa.
Actually, no.
That's a good one.
I'll go. I would have rather go with Kane, Matt Riddle versus Kane 2013 because Kane 2013 can move, where Kane in '98 was basically a fucking wall. So there wouldn't have been a lot of charisma in that match. It would have been bland. So to go with Kane 2013, who's doing the dives, fucking clotheslines off the rope, the choke slams, all that shit. Yeah, I'll take it.
He had some killer matches with X-Pac. That's why I was saying Matt Riddle versus Kane from like 98, 99, 2000.
I can see them doing a really good storyline with it too.
Oh, 100. That's, Dan, I got to give you that. That was a really, really good pairing. Fuck, man. Good shit. Honestly, I'm going to go with 2007 Undertaker.
Ooh.
Versus today's AJ Styles. In a legitimate fucking 5-star classic match. The Bulldog AJ Styles versus the Phenom 2007 Undertaker when they're both doing crazy shit. That would have been an amazing
I'm surprised you didn't say
match.
like Undertaker from like 2002 when he was the American Badass and he was like, he had fucking short hair and he had the mean streak.
I want the 07 Phenom Undertaker because with that Undertaker, that was something to prove for any superstar. Where with the American Badass, he had clean losses. As Undertaker, no.
Could you imagine AJ Styles feuding with Undertaker when he was like the head of the Ministry of Darkness? Bro, the Ministry of Darkness has to be one.
I would have rather seen Judgment Day versus the Ministry.
Judgment Day's on fucking main event.
Hot
Nobody
take.
gives a fuck. Nobody gives.
No,
a
they're
fuck
not.
about
They're on
Judgment
Raw
Day.
now. Dummy.
Nobody gives a fuck about Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley's out because she has heart problems now.
Heart problem, tooth injury, and brain injury. So yeah, she's wearing a monitor, which is kind of unfortunate, honestly. Like she really got
Judgment Day went downhill quickly after they kicked that. That was
it's funny. Yeah, like
they
kick out fucking Edge and everybody's having a rough time.
That's the worst thing they could.
But Edge is gonna be back. Probably
I got a good one for this David versus Goliath.
What?
And I feel like that this, like, if this happened in I think it was 2014, 2015, this could have definitely elevated the superstar and his gimmick. I'm going to have to go with Bo Dallas.
Okay.
Versus the Great Khali. And here's why I'm going to have to
I would
go
want 06 Great Khali, though. Like the fucking threatening Great Khali and not the Poon
Yes,
fuck
yes, no, not the freaking Playboy Bujami. No, I'm talking 2006 Great Khali versus Bo Dallas. Here's why.
Okay.
Bo Dallas had this character going on, the whole believe character going on, and I think, he was having the streak. I loved what they were doing. He would run around the ring, do his little laps. He wore the white gear, the music, everything was perfect with this character. And they decided to cut it short by having R-Truth end the streak very quickly, and then he became a jobber. I think, let's say that didn't happen. Scratch that. He, had the streak. They build it for maybe like a good 6 months or something. He wins like the Intercontinental Championship or something. And then the GM at the time, I think Vicky Guerrero or John Laurinaitis around this time, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But whoever the GM was, they give Bo Dallas a challenge because his character was very arrogant at the time. If you watched his work in NXT, incredible.
Everybody should be jealous of Bo Dallas.
But they give him the Great Khali, and that is where Great Khali repackages himself back to the black trunks, being the monster. And it's like he has to try to, take him out, but that's how he loses the title.
Yeah. See, I was never really a Bo Dallas fan, and it's unfortunate.
But you're jealous of Bo Dallas.
Believe?
No, I didn't believe, and I'm not jealous of Bo Dallas. I don't care.
I don't care,
bro. I don't care if he's fucking married to Liv Morgan or if he's fucking dating Liv Morgan. I don't care. But I feel like with a better repackage of Bo Dallas, I could have gotten behind it. I was almost like certain, like everybody else, that fucking it was Bo Dallas underneath the Fiend gear at WrestleMania because he was looking very slim that night and very like he had like a legitimate neck and everything. So I'm like, that definitely could have been Bo Dallas.
I don't know why they didn't use him with the whole Fiend thing. They could have definitely came up with something.
Yeah, because what's crazy is I feel like it was Bo Dallas now, thinking about it, because they covered all of where his tattoos would be, and he was a lot slimmer. So I'm like, I feel like you're like low key was Bo Dallas. But with a repackaging, I would be a fan because I could see some potential there. But I would want him to team with his brother.
That's the
I
thing
would
with
want
Bo
him to.
Dallas. Like, the character change that he did in NXT when he had the NXT championship, like, it was really entertaining. It was really freaking good. But then WWE kind of dropped the ball with it. They had something going. He had the heat. And then they just kind of just.
I have another David and Goliath match.
You know, I'm kind of really happy that they never paired up Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. They sort of gave them their both distinctive identities, and
They did in FCW, their old territory
well,
before
yeah, but
NXT.
that he
I have
wasn't known as
another-
Bray Wyatt then.
I have another David and Goliath match,
What's up?
Okay, go.
and we're going back to 07 Undertaker, but it's versus the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. I would have loved.
I don't know if that would be David.
I know, yeah, because I was saying, yeah, because David, he's too
Yeah.
big. Okay, so then if that's the route we are going, I would have. There's not many smaller dudes, you know. There's not a lot of smaller dudes out there.
What about Undertaker 07 versus like Shinsuke Nakamura?
I don't see a lot in Shinsuke Nakamura though. Like I'm not a huge Shinsuke Nakamura fan. The biggest part of him that I'm a fan of is his theme song. But I
And Pat McAfee.
Rick Booger.
I can't wait for Rick Boogs to come back,
Rick
dude.
Boogs, man.
I do miss Rick Boogs.
He is good. I was impressed before he got hurt.
I want to know if he's coming back with his long hair.
Probably he'll have time to grow it out. But another David and Goliath match I would have definitely loved to see would probably have been
You know you want to see Paul London
No.
somewhere.
No, I already saw him get fucked up by the Undertaker at Survivor Series of 05. But I'm gonna go with
My pick would just be Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle is just fucking everything great about WWE right now, though.
Matt Riddle versus Undertaker.
That would have been
Like
fucking
07.
sick. That would have been fucking sick. 100%.
Riddle
been
could have
awesome.
worked with any big guy.
Riddle
David and
can
Goliath
honestly work with
storyline.
anybody. Dude, Riddle is like the most
Bro, it was
fluid.
hilarious. Fucking Bobby Lashley, like, smacked him on his chest, being like, good job. And fucking Riddle fell over last night after the match.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hope that 2020's comments like come full circle and Riddle is really the one that puts Goldberg into retirement. I'll say it. He's got the fucking juice for it now, man. I'm behind Riddle 100%. He's
There's
got
a
the
David and
juice.
Goliath right there.
Nah,
Bro, I feel
I'm
like
gonna go
Goldberg's
with
son is
Riddle.
going to sign with WWE.
Oh yeah, 100%. Gage Goldberg. But
Is he
I
getting
kind of want to
beef?
go.
You know who somebody we gotta definitely talk about here?
What's up?
We gotta talk about the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. We can't go without this episode and talk about Mark Henry.
You guys can talk about Mark Henry. I was never really a big fan, so.
You didn't like when Mae Young gave birth to the fucking hand and he was a sexual chocolate?
Listen, I love sexual chocolate, all right, but I'm not.
You see, if you want, that you can talk about that.
There's not much to talk about. That he was a big black dude that just did sexual things, and they called him chocolate. That's
Bro,
all I
what
can say
about
about it?
Some of
What
the
about-
segments.
what about the in-ring segment with him and John Cena where Mark Henry faked his retirement and then just gave him a fucking slam?
I would have
That-
loved to see.
Was one of the best works in wrestling.
I would have
Hands
rather.
down.
Honestly, my David and Goliath has to be Edge versus Andre the Giant.
Hey, there you go.
I have to go Edge versus Andre the Giant, bro. 100%.
Ed, from what era, though? I wouldn't say new era. I would say, like, early
No,
2000s.
I would say 2020 Edge, like the fucking chiseled Edge from fucking the greatest wrestling match in history against Randy Orton. That Edge, I would fucking love to see go against Andre the Giant, 100%. And as a matter of fact, actually no, we already saw that dream match. Never mind. I was about to say Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez, but we already saw it.
And the stuff, I'm just saying, the stuff with Mark Henry and Mae Young, that was some of the best shit in the Attitude
But I'm
Era.
talking about their accolades, man. I'm
love
not talking about their goof segments, bro. I want to talk about their accolades and the great shit that they've done.
Yeah, but with Mark Henry, man, he got them accolades. He won the world championship.
It was
and,
part of
after,
Nation of
16
Domination
years of
with The
busting
Rock.
his ass.
He was.
Nation of Domination.
I also want to talk about Viscera.
Bro,
I want to talk
yes,
about Big Daddy V.
Ooh, Viscera. That's a good one.
I would have loved to see an angle between him and Bobby Lashley. I already did in the Royal Rumble 06, but I want to see like an actual I would have loved to have seen an actual match between those two if we
I
had
feel
it
like
as
back
Big
then
Daddy V.
though. I feel like back then though, Bobby Lashley wasn't really established like he is today. You know what I
No.
mean? So like around 06 or whatever, that was around the time
See,
he first came in.
I feel like Lashley's better now than he was when he debuted.
yeah, because he didn't have any mic skills and he didn't have anything like charisma like that. But I feel like Lashley's world championship reign is long overdue. I feel like they could have made it work back then. They could have.
Remember when he fucking like he was? I don't know where this event was or what transpired, but I remember seeing it. It was Bobby Lashley in a cage match against somebody, and he just fucking ran full force and knocked the entire siding of the cage over.
Yeah, it was Mark Henry. I remember because it was Mark Henry because he ran. No, it was Umaga. It was Umaga because he had ran and he had jumped and he fucking knocked the gate down and it knocked Umaga down underneath it and he was just laying there.
That was back in the
and that was
ECW days, I think.
Yes, it was around 07 because that was when Umaga first started like taking L's and like actually was like a regular superstar like everybody else, not a jobber, but just a regular like superstar like everybody else. And that's when he started really, bro. He really started becoming like more fluid around that time,
You want to know a super heavyweight that like I feel like definitely was really good at first, but then like really kind of faded away. Braun Strowman.
Yes, Braun
He was
Strowman.
really good at first.
I liked his last gimmick where he had like the gloves and like the tactical boots and shit. I actually really digged it. Like
I wasn't a fan of it,
but I liked it if
really
he had more pizzazz in his personality.
I really liked when he was a member of the Wyatt family. I really feel like he fit. You know, he was like sort of like this
he was their
quiet
fucking
giant
he
like
did.
kill switch, bro.
But here's the thing: I really liked when they kind of broke the group up. And he actually, got drafted to Raw. This is when they brought back the draft and stuff. And they legitimately built Braun Strowman. And I think that what didn't help him further his career was how they just kept putting Roman over. When he definitely should have been the one to be over in the storyline.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to say it. I feel like Braun Strowman really got
that time.
I feel like it's not that he sucked. He just had the wrong gimmick. But I feel like Braun Strowman got horrendously misused because that dude had champion written all over him, minus his mic skills. Yeah, they weren't terrible, but they definitely were. I feel like Braun Strowman in general got really fucked with the hand he was dealt, and there was so much potential.
Era,
and dude,
being in the Thunderdome, that really fucked his career up.
I don't understand what the fuck is with Vince. Considering you saw how big Braun Strowman was when he debuted, he chiseled himself the fuck out and then got a bullshit reign. 100%. Like the dude could have made it prestigious again. He had it in the hands of a big dude who is hella athletic. You could have given it to him.
You know what really helped Braun Strowman's career though?
What?
It was the fans, the crowd. And I think being in the Thunderdome, like, a lot of that momentum went away because when Braun Strowman would go, Braun! The crowd would go nuts. Then, like, you would have the Strowman Express. Like, he was over when he would be in front of a crowd.
Bro, remember when Braun Strowman was feuding with Shane McMahon? And, that was just, I don't know. There was just something about that feud that, because Shane is always, like, he's always feuded with bigger guys, I guess you can say.
Oh, he had the best David and Goliath rivalries.
Exactly.
100%, dude.
Shane made it work. Him and Kane, 2003, Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, that was good.
Shane and Big Show.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's another guy we got to talk about.
I want to talk about fucking Rey Mysterio and Big Show, dude. Like that, they're fucking. That is a whole different spectrum right there at that point.
Didn't Rey Mysterio feud with Brock Lesnar too?
I wanted a feud, a legitimate feud between Rey Mysterio and the Undertaker. Like I wanted a legitimate feud.
Around the time they were both always faces.
Mm-hmm. but we still never got it, and I wish. The thing is, Mysterio never really had a heel run ever.
Nope.
Yeah.
He was always a face in WWE.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
WCW, he did some heel stuff.
he never got to really, yeah, because he was with the Filthy Animals with fucking Billy Kidman and everybody else. So like, yeah, that was like a small little thing, but like that's when he was still unseasoned. Like he wasn't the Rey Mysterio we know now. He's the fucking GOAT now. So seeing both of them collide would have been a beautiful David and Goliath story. 100%.
I don't necessarily know if you would consider this like a David and Goliath story. But what about Undertaker and Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, that's David and Goliath. Michael's just small.
The fucking Hell in the Cell match they had, man.
They built
fucking
it
yeah,
like
dude.
David and Goliath.
It's just you don't see a lot of big dudes versus the little dudes as much anymore. They kind of keep it in the weight class, which is super unfortunate. But honestly, I would have loved to see Seth Rollins versus like 06 Great Khali. I would have loved that. I feel like it would have been an interesting matchup, and considering, at one point Rollins was the architect.
So I don't think Great Khali can work with Seth Rollins.
No, I don't think so.
Not with those knees.
No,
we kind of
dude.
We kind of did have a David and Goliath story with Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing. I feel like we definitely got to talk a little bit about the Big Show if we're talking about giants and super heavyweights, because the Big Show, he was in our timeline.
And he was called the Giant in WCW. He was Captain Insano in fucking the Adam Sandler movie.
Captain Insano, show no mercy.
Yep, and he was also Knucklehead.
Knucklehead, oh my god.
Bro, I remember when Big Show first came in. He had like he had kind of like the Andre the Giant kind of singlet with one strap, whatever.
Yep.
Everybody like swore up and down that he was somehow related to fucking Andre the Giant. Remember that?
Because he's just a big dude with the same singlet. No, and that's like something that honestly kind of irked me about the bigger guys is like, why does it always have to be singlets for the bigger guys? Like, why can't they do something that they want to do? It's like they're automatically built to be these like fucking freaks of nature and shit. And that always bugged me. That always bugged me.
Right.
That always bugged me.
Nash, he had the singlet, but like
Mark Henry,
with the
fucking Andre the Giant, fucking Big Show. They have basically Omos in a singlet. Like they have him in a fucking tank top. Like why can't they do something different? That's what's getting me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Vince
Undertaker was in a singlet.
Keith Bearcat Lee was.
I feel like Vince
Kane
has
was.
a fetish for singlets.
Some big men.
Bam Bigelow! He was in a singlet.
Absolutely. Viscera was in a singlet. That's Big Daddy V. Vader was in a singlet.
Oh, Big Daddy V's freaking singlet.
I love Viscera when he was like he was really creepy back in like the Ministry of Darkness. He had,
I did like
that
it.
That black. Fucking...
I love the Love Machine. That was great.
The Love Machine, Viscera.
His love for Lillian Garcia.
That shit when he started. I see the thing that I couldn't get.
That was like a knockoff of Sexual Chocolate in a way.
I'm honestly gonna say though, Viscera kind of had it though compared to Sexual Chocolate because Viscera genuinely made it creepy and like weird, but people were still there for it. But what drew the line for me was his finisher when he did his little. And then he just started humping the shit out of his opponent. Like Matt Hardy was unfortunately the fucking victim in 05 or 06 or something like that. Somebody was the victim in 06 and I was fucking dying. And I think it was Matt Hardy. And he was just under him. And every time he just landed on him, he disappeared. And then when he fucking lifted to go for the next hump, he reappeared. It was like a fucking magic trick.
He was so good. Viscera, like he was so different, which is like what made him stand out and why he had a pretty long career in WWE.
Yeah, but I just don't feel like he really like accomplished much. He was just sort of that guy that was there, he never won any big titles.
He still made a good career out of what he was given.
Yeah, but with a guy his size, you would think that he would have got pushed more than he was. He was sort of like the guy in the corner that just went out and fucked people up. He didn't really accomplish much.
He had a pretty good push in ECW, I thought, with Big Daddy V. He was a main
Yeah.
eventer over there.
Yeah, but
It
still,
just
like,
didn't help that friggin' ECW, like, they tried friggin' reinventing it, WWE version.
the
That's
best
what
thing.
didn't help.
The best thing about the fucking remake of ECW was the night Christian returned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We also got
I will
CM
say that was
Punk, though,
good.
too, and we got
CM
John Morrison.
I will say
His,
though,
character change.
I will say though, I kind of, yeah, that ECW did birth John Morrison. But if you look back at it today, CM Punk's promo, like coming into ECW, was cringe as fuck. If you watch it
Yeah, it
today, it
was.
was so cringe.
We have to
Like, it
remember
was
that
so
was the
bad.
first time he was on the big national stage or whatever. He's had years of practice since then, you know.
Yeah, and he became an actor since then too. So yeah, his line delivery and his promos are like fucking unmatched now.
Yeah.
And he's another Miz. Like Miz was.
You
The
know,
only
We're
other
not going to
person
talk
I
about the
think
Miz's
is
fucking diva search shit. We're not going to talk
The
about
only-
his fucking.
the only person that I feel like is on CM Punk's
Yeah,
level
dude,
right now is MJF.
Yes, MJF is an absolute great sell. But back to the super heavyweights. One more that I really want to talk about. Another one, Yokozuna.
yes, Yokozuna. Let's go.
Yokozuna. Absolute monster for his fucking size. It was just kind of sad seeing how big he was getting very fast though, which
But in
obviously
93,
again,
94, he
Dude,
was on another level.
my favorite Yokozuna match of all fucking time is
I'm all
still
for it.
the casket match with Undertaker. Still the casket match.
Wait, so the one at Royal Rumble, was it?
The one where Taker lost.
That was, Rumble.
Yeah, the one where Taker lost, and he had like his promo and shit where he came back alive, and then they struck the fucking shit with
Yeah,
lightning.
because
and then
they
he was all of a
like,
sudden on top of the
all
teleprompter.
like $1 Million Man jobbers all came out and they helped them win.
Yeah.
That one.
Yep.
I
Yep,
love
that's
the match
exactly
with Yokozuna and Undertaker at Survivor Series 94.
Yes, that was another solid match.
Man,
Yokozuna and Undertaker
I
are there.
if you guys have not checked out Danny and I's episode where we did the best American, non-American, characters, we talked about Yokozuna on there. I would definitely recommend you guys to go check that out.
Absolutely.
But man,
You guys
I
can find that.
loved Yokozuna.
Dude,
Such
Yokozuna
a
was
great worker.
fantastic, dude.
Icon right there.
Who's another really good super heavyweight that I just absolutely admire?
You know something? I just want to just add something to the Big Show real quick.
Yeah.
The
go
one
ahead.
thing I didn't like about the Big Show was he would always go face heel, face heel, face heel.
Yeah, he was very back and forth. They never really like. I feel like he would have just been great as just a pure heel.
Yeah.
But
Bro,
I will say one thing. Hold on, before anything, I want to add to Big Show that I love the fact that he can work with anybody, big or small, put them over,
Anybody.
get put over, whatever. What's up, Dan?
when it comes to David and Goliath, bro, I can't even believe we've never mentioned him. Spike
up?
Dudley against fucking Big Show against
Are you
Undertaker.
asking him to die? Are you asking? This is just
Well,
a joke
Spike
at this
Dudley
point.
almost died like 100 times.
Dude,
Yeah.
Spike Dudley was known as basically the WWE's universal punching bag. Spike Dudley was getting fucked up by everybody just
You wanna
because.
know why? You wanna know why Spike Dudley doesn't wrestle right now? Really?
Because he's fucking destroyed in his body.
Well, no.
probably.
After the shit he did in WWE and friggin' ECW, he went to TNA as Brother Runt, and he fucking got his ass beat like every week by Abyss in Monster Ball matches.
He said he got his shit fucked up by Abyss.
Brother Runt.
his name is Matt. I'm friends
He
with
was
him
the
on
runt
Facebook.
of the family.
He does he lives and works in Rhode Island. He does like he gets people like insurances set up and stuff for like
I
funerals.
did watch
and
that
stuff.
interview with Chris Van Vliet. I did listen to that.
I'm friends with him on Facebook. His name's
So why
Matt.
haven't we talked about Rikishi or even Dusty Rhodes? Like
Rikishi.
both are super heavyweights.
Bro, this is
Rikishi,
becoming an Anoa'i family fucking talk show episode right now, man.
They're
Man,
basically
with
all super heavyweights,
Rikishi-
bro. I can't help it.
Yo, okay, we gotta talk about Rikishi. Then we can get into Dusty a little bit.
Yeah, because I want to talk about Too Cool and how I loved everything about Too Cool.
I was the biggest Scotty 2 Hottie fan. I loved him
dude,
as a kid.
same. I can do his entire finisher to this day.
Grandmaster
this
Sensei,
day.
man, it was such a tragic situation. What happened to him?
I know.
Yeah, dude,
So tragic.
it really was. And what's really shitty was and how cringe it was when he returned back in like 07, 08, and he was
Yep.
doing the fucking like the fucking the Too Cool dances down the
They
ring.
tried giving him an opportunity though. You
Yeah,
gotta
and it
respect
just
that from
but bro,
WWE.
that crowd
They
was
tried.
so quiet, and it was because it was during the PG era. Like it was during like the beginning of the PG era, so there was it was mostly kids. Like there was no adult in the room really seen. But
I know they tried doing that with D'Lo Brown as well in like 2008,
it's like, bro,
2009.
you have to realize the crowd that you're catering to nowadays. Like it's not the same as it was. It's slowly getting back there. Bless you. We're slowly getting it back. Like we're getting violence again. We're getting swears again. We're getting better shit again.
We're getting shirts with "I have massive balls."
Yeah, like we wouldn't even something as funny and as small as that, we wouldn't have gotten 2 years ago. That is still progress. We're getting back out there to more adult friendly things. I just hope we get better. Going
Hey,
forward.
I'm just saying, speaking of which, I heard really good things about Stephanie McMahon's like first meeting as CEO.
Yeah.
There was like the higher ups were very happy. So that's
Mhm.
a good step in the right direction.
If she gets hold of WWE, we could potentially see the return of something great. 100%,
Yes.
because
100.
Triple H is going to be the head of talent relations. And he's going to be the head of creative, and you already know. And if that's the case, gentlemen, we are heading back into the
here's the thing,
Ruthless
though.
Aggression Part 2.
Here's the thing with Rikishi. I want to say this. A
With
lot of people
Wakishi?
talk about
I'm kidding.
his Too Cool character gimmick.
I loved his
My
shit.
favorite Rikishi.
That's his most successful.
Yes, it was. But my favorite Rikishi was heel Rikishi when he ran Stone Cold over with the truck.
Bro.
I loved I'm a bad man.
That match at Unforgiven between him and Rikishi, where Stone Cold tried to run him over and he got stopped by the cops, bro. And he fucking just started beating Rikishi's ass, put him in the back of his pickup truck.
I loved heel Rikishi around the time. I really enjoyed it.
For The Rock. I did it for the people. Remember that promo that The Rock cut?
Well, when he roasted everybody before his Armageddon match.
But yeah, when Rikishi, they came out that he ran Stone Cold Steve Austin, he claimed that he did it for The Rock or whatever, because The Rock was having a program for the WWE title against him at that point.
I want to know something real quick, though, about
What up, fam?
Rikishi. Did Rikishi ever fart in someone's face doing the stink face?
Oh my god.
He probably has, and you could probably definitely find the answer to that, because YouTube and the internet is just an amazing thing, and people have said some pretty crazy shit. Like there's wrestlers that have pissed themselves, shit themselves in the ring. Like it's nuts, bro.
I really I'm so
Xbox
mad that
broke
I did
his
not get to
asshole.
meet Rikishi. I'm so mad about that still. That I missed out on that opportunity.
Nah, I got you, man. I 100% got you. It ain't fucking easy. But like super heavyweights are very hard to come by nowadays. Would you consider Otis a super heavyweight or no?
Yeah, he's
he
very,
is
very
absolutely impressive. Regardless of what his thing is right now, he is an absolutely impressive athlete. For like what he can do, for like how like limited he is in terms of movement.
Yeah,
that dude can move and he can fucking go.
As much as I don't like Omos on WWE.
I was talking about Otis.
Oh, okay.
Otis.
Why do I always get mixed up with their names?
Bro, I loved Otis.
Otis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Remember when he had that storyline with fucking Mandy Rose and he was like obsessed with her and in love with her? And,
I kind of liked it. I kind of ran with it. Like that one, I was like, you know what? I'll bite. This is kind of great.
They made these stupid little TikTok videos or whatever, like, like pretty much like making it a reality, like what was really happening.
It's what gave Otis more of like a vocal structure. It gave Otis time on TV. And it also gave him time to craft being able to interact with the crowd.
Remember when he talked like this?
They could have pushed Tucker, but they did it too soon, the breakup, and the payoff didn't happen. Which is
I didn't
why
see
he got
anything
released.
in Tuck, though. I didn't see anything in Tuck, though.
I know.
I loved Heavy Machinery as a tag team. I loved Heavy Machinery as a tag team. They had some good backstage segments. They were really like the sort of like the comedic element for Raw.
100%. But I'm gonna say 100.
Dream match, Otis versus Eugene.
I love the Alpha Academy.
I do
I
too.
do. I do love. At first, I was not pleased at all. It's like how you felt with Lucha Express, or not Lucha Express, Jurassic Express. You were like freaking out, and that tweet did not age well at all.
No, it did
but
not.
like it's the same thing, like where the name may be kind of whatever. Now it makes sense. And they're a fucking killer tag team. Like they're basically the world's greatest tag team part 2. Like this is another fucking Kurt Angle type shit. And I fucking wish Kurt Angle managed them at some point. I hope he comes back and eventually does, if his healing goes properly with his knee.
Did you see that TikTok video that Kurt Angle did?
No.
I don't like TikTok.
No, but you could have saw it. I saw it. I saw it on YouTube, but I know it was.
I watch those, but I don't go out of my way on the TikTok.
Same.
It was him standing in his driveway, and he did the same. He cut the same promo that he cut on John Cena when John Cena debuted. Or whatever,
I did watch that. Yeah,
and his daughter came out.
That.
Ruthless, I'm crashing, and smacked him in the face.
Kurt Angle's living his best life right now. I'm so happy for him.
I'm glad. 100. But I mean, I hope he recovers very soon. He had to cancel all of his July appearances because of the pain that he's in. He threw a pitch.
He's actually coming back in like a week or two to go to Northeast Wrestling. They actually announced it. 24th.
Nice. See, I'm glad that he's retired, and I'm glad that he called it quits and he's thrown in the towel wrestling wise, because when he was having his last run with WWE and he was wrestling, where it was good to see Angle back in the ring with his knees and how haunched his knees were. It looked like it was an old dude fucking running around the ring, and he does not have that same brutality and that fucking same just aggression that he had as the Kurt Angle we knew. Like if you fucking put this dude up against 2005 Kurt Angle that literally fucking ripped Shawn Michaels out of the fucking ring and beat the living shit out of him outside of it and busted him open, no, he would not be able to hang. That's what we are missing in Kurt Angle, was his just fucking... He was unhinged in 2006, bro. He was the best Kurt Angle we have ever gotten at that point. He wasn't a fucking joke anymore. He was just aggressive, period. And I loved that about that Kurt Angle. And now it's just...
I do feel like...
I'm glad he's off in the sunset now.
I do feel like he has so much knowledge, though, and if he came back in a sort of a managerial role, I would not be upset.
He would be WWE's William Regal.
I could
WWE should definitely consider that.
He would be WWE's William Regal.
AEW, Tony Khan even tried to get him, but he declined it because Tony Khan wanted to have a match.
Here's the thing about Angle. I don't see him ever going to AEW. He's very loyal to Vince now, and he's staying with WWE. He's gonna ride it out and just keep doing his podcast, living his life.
And this has absolutely nothing to do with the super heavyweights, but I feel like because we did mention Kurt Angle, I do got to mention it. I did not enjoy the fact that Baron Corbin was the one that fucking beat him in his retirement match, because Baron Corbin, it did not fucking push him at all. His momentum, it didn't really go anywhere.
No momentum, and that always sucks.
Pointless.
Here's the
he
thing
wanted
I will
it to be
say.
John Cena.
Here's the thing, and I criticize WWE a lot, and I'm gonna say this. I liked how they tried.
I would have had it been Austin.
They
Imagine
tried,
Austin Kurt Angle.
Hold on, bitch. Donnie's talking.
They tried to have a newer superstar, have Angle put over the newer superstar.
See,
yes, it didn't pay off.
No, it didn't.
But their attentions,
I was happy for Corbin regardless.
I respect WWE for trying, because that's what they need to do. You need you need to put younger guys over, and that's what they did there.
Dude, honestly,
should have been somebody else.
It should have been somebody else. And the only reason why I'm going to say this, it should have been somebody else for Baron Corbin's sake. Because I feel like had he been fleshed out as the lone wolf doing this, I would have bought into it more. And had he had a couple more accolades. But to put him immediately into the mix, he's trying to make a name for himself. But at the same time, it's it wasn't the time to. You had other shit you had to do first. It should have been somebody else, and I feel horrible for Corbin that it didn't pay off, because Corbin is super deserving of a lot, bro. Super deserving.
You know,
I
now that
agree.
I'm thinking about it, I would have had it be AJ Styles because they had a killer feud
That would have
back
been a
in the
great. That would have been
Impact.
a great bookend. Would have been a great bookend.
I know.
100.
I think what they wanted
I agree with
was
you.
to push Baron Corbin, and that's why they did it.
Yeah.
AJ Styles is already like a world champion,
He was
so they thought
also in
that
the
Corbin
United
could
States
go to the
picture
next
as
level.
well. The United
Yeah.
States Championship picture at that time, I believe, as well. So he was away from that angle entirely. No pun intended. Angle.
Only if Chad Gable had the momentum that he had now a couple years ago, because
I
he
would
would have been the
have.
perfect one.
Bro, Chad Gable is so fucking good. Like he is just so. He has the Kurt Angle in ring ability. He is this this
He needs more
generation's Kurt
intensity,
Angle.
though.
I don't
He
feel like he
does.
has the kind of charisma that Kurt Angle had, though.
No,
Kurt
he's got
Angle,
charisma.
He's
It's
got
not
intensity that
compared to
he's
Kurt
lacking.
Angle, not compared
Not
to Kurt
compared to Angle. Hell no.
Dude, Angle is a veteran of the charisma. All right, dude. Angle, oh my fucking god. I would.
The little fucking
That is
cowboy
somebody.
hats. Him and
That is
Austin.
somebody that is actually like is potential to get on this podcast is Kurt Angle. That is a potential, like you possibly could pull that off.
All right, let's get back into the super heavyweights here.
I'm
'cause I
sorry,
know-
like we
I
all got
know,
distracted
I
by Kurt
know.
Angle. The great one, man.
Which
we
we
got
talk about Kurt Angle a lot in our American, non-American gimmicks
dude.
episode.
Yeah, but
And I
Ben
know that's
wasn't
why
involved in
Ben.
that.
That's why Ben's trying to catch up right now and talk
I
about
wasn't
Kurt
there for that.
Angle. So if you
I
want to check
wasn't
that
there.
out, you can go check that out. But I
All
know you
right.
mentioned Dusty Rhodes as well, Ben.
Absolutely. He was another phenomenal super heavyweight, and he was classic style. You don't see a lot of classic style trained wrestlers that go in and steal a show. And that's why I'm loving that his son is keeping it very much alive today. And even
Yes.
fucking WrestleMania with his fucking shuffle and then the fucking ba 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 ba, like that shit is like it's a classic fucking move straight out of Dusty Rhodes' arsenal, and to see it still used today still gives me fucking goosebumps, bro.
Man, Dusty,
Yeah.
just the
Goosebumps.
American dream. And, like it really was like he was, he struggled, making money and stuff. So like how he provided for his family was wrestling, and like he would really go beyond, and like it was the American dream, and it really worked. He even made the polka dots work,
Hell fucking yeah, man.
and especially his mind in the business. Like what he did, like with WWE, with NXT in the beginning, like, teaching all these guys, like the next generation, was incredible. Like, because of him, we get the Dusty Classic now with NXT, and like, he really set NXT up for success.
Dusty Rhodes was a big proponent to NXT, just like Triple H was.
Yes.
See, that's the David and Goliath now that I really want to get on. I would have loved
Dusty
to see
and Cody.
today. That would have been great, honestly. That wasn't what I was going to say, but yes, honestly, I do want to discuss that too, because that would be a great match considering they know each other's arsenal. So that would be a fucking fantastic dream match, which unfortunately we'll never see. But
hey, you can maybe play it in WWE, like the next 2K or something.
I would have
Bro.
loved to see today's American Nightmare Cody Rhodes go against Undertaker. I would have loved to see that match. The American
I would've
Nightmare versus
loved
the Phenom, dude.
I take back my Bo Dallas Great
Bro.
Khali thing. I'm taking that one. Thank you.
Yes,
Bro,
the
I would've-
American Nightmare Cody
Bo
Rhodes.
Dallas and fuck the Great Khali.
Bro, I would have loved have this American Nightmare Cody Rhodes take on his father, the American Dream, from back in like the 80s.
We were just talking about that. The dream match that Don just mentioned, him versus Dusty, would have been a fucking classic. If Dusty was in better shape than he was on his way out, because we knew that he was gonna damn, it is fucking pouring outside. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. But it would have been an amazing dream match if Dusty was a little bit better shape, because we knew he was on his way out with how thin he got. But I would have loved to see the original American Dream versus today's American Nightmare and have that tear the fucking house down, especially if it was a title match. A fucking Dusty Rhodes retirement match as the WWE champion, that he finally got his dream and he gets to pass it on to Cody. That would have been that would have gone down in one of the best matches in WWE history, wrestling history, and also family history.
That would have
Not everybody could have
just
done that.
talking about it, man.
Dude, it would have been beautiful. That would have been a proper send-off for the American Dream and a long, wealthy reign for the American Nightmare. That would have been beautiful. Beautiful.
Here's one more
I would have
guy
cried at the end of that
really
match.
wanna talk about, definitely.
What's
And
up?
I can't believe that we have not mentioned his name at all this
Yep, zip.
episode.
Oh shit. Whoops. Sorry. If my nipple came
Kevin-
out, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Diddy
Kevin
Twister.
Nash.
We did
Okay.
talk about Kevin Nash.
No, Kevin Nash and somebody
Nope.
else. David and Goliath.
Man, Kevin Nash.
Oh,
I'm just
Kevin
saying.
Nash. Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, man. Kevin Nash, such an underrated career.
See,
I feel like.
I like him more as Diesel. I liked him more as Diesel instead of Kevin Nash.
NWO, man. I loved NWO. Kevin.
I
I
was,
love the Freight Train, man.
I was
I
there.
love
the
I was
original
there, and
three. Hogan,
I was there.
Hall, Nash.
You
I
were
was
there
at
in
Ro-
03?
I was at Royal Rumble 2011 when he came back as
Him
Diesel.
and Booker T came back that year. You son of a bitch. You lucky
Lucky
motherfucker.
you.
It was in
You
Boston.
lucky motherfucker. Yeah, didn't you go with one of your your cousin?
Yeah.
Wasn't it fucking Carla's son?
Yeah,
Nice.
and
Nice.
Alberto Del Rio won the fucking Royal Rumble that year, and
The
everybody.
first 40-man Rumble, too.
Yeah,
That was the first 40 man. Shit.
And the only
and
one.
I think we had
Yeah, 'cause it fucking
Edge
bombed.
defending the. I think we had Edge defending the world
You can thank
title
Nexus and
against
the Core
Dolph
for that
Ziggler.
one.
Yep, and then we had Edge defending the title, and it was also his technically final match, televised at WrestleMania against El Del Rio, which he won. And I think he knew that he was done there.
Mm.
I love that it's pouring, by the way. I love that it was like he won, but I think he knew he was done. I think WWE also knew he was done, and they're like, "All right, do this last one. You get to win it."
No, but it
'cause-
really worked out because then Del Rio had a rivalry with Christian. So
Yeah.
It kind of worked out.
Yeah, because
In a way.
didn't Christian end up getting the title after? Didn't it go to Christian after?
Yep.
And then it
did.
went to Del
He
Rio.
finally got his world title.
Christian didn't really have what you would consider a successful
No, 'cause
world
Vince
heavyweight
fucking
title
hates him.
run.
Because Vince fucking hates Christian. Like he didn't see anything in him.
But
That
now,
pisses me off.
now,
Don't
now
even
look
get me
at
started
Christian,
on
man.
that.
He's,
I could fucking
he's
rant
in
for an
one of
hour
the
about
best
that.
long-term storytelling fucking rivalries as a heel right now. Heel Christian is the best Christian.
All his stuff right now, I am loving. And
And just
MJF
like-
needs to get back on TV soon because Christian's taking that friggin' #1 heel thing right now with
Yeah.
the shit he's doing. I'm sorry.
And just like Dracula comes from Transylvania, I'm winning the Rumble, Cena, and I'm going on to WrestleMania. One of my favorite Christian moments ever. And then he got fucking slayed by Cena
Yeah.
directly after.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tonko,
so is
give me a
there
beat.
any other super heavyweights that you guys want to talk about?
Nah, I think we cleared the list of everything great.
bro. I think we talked about everybody we want
Yeah.
to talk about. We talked about dream matches. We talked about David versus
Favorites.
Goliath.
We talked about Kurt Angle. Like we talked about all
Exactly.
that shit. So I would say it's a successful show tonight, guys.
I say we end it, man.
I say
do it.
we do.
Let's fucking go.
So, if you guys let us know in the comment section below some of your favorite giants and, super heavyweights in the wrestling business. We would love to hear your guys' feedback. If you enjoyed the We Are Wrestling Talk Show this week, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. The links are down in the description below. You can go support all of our social
Check
medias
me and Ben out on
other-
Twitch.
Yep.
Yep, I was just going to say that. Our other social medias and other YouTube and Twitch channels, all the links are down below.
Absolutely.
And of course, to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.